Chapter 1. Plan your menu. Some people say that the food itself is the easiest part of the food truck business. However, the menu is going to be your inspiration and your business's entire reason for being. So you need to know what kind of food you plan to serve before you start. Food trucks used to be all about fries, burgers, and hot dogs, but in urban centers today, there's a much bigger emphasis on gourmet, exotic, and healthy foods. In order to have a recognizable brand, it's important to find a niche. It's a good idea to build your menu around a theme, or even around a signature dish or two, especially since food storage and preparation space is going to be limited. Maybe you inherited your grandmother's amazing samosa recipe and live in a city where authentic samosas are hard to find. Add a few more snacks and some killer chai, and you've got a working menu. It's important to be unique to a point. There's probably a good reason why nobody is selling blueberry lobster strudel in your town, but it's also a good idea to learn from the successful food truck operators in your target area. When you look at what's on offer, is there anything that you wish was available but isn't? Maybe you've got some new ideas for what to do with waffles or bacon. Maybe there's not enough vegetarian food available. Or maybe everything's gotten so gourmet that nobody is doing basic handmade burgers and fries anymore. You also need to consider whether you will be selling in the presence of other food trucks or on a street more or less by yourself. This may be counterintuitive, but if you've got a lot of competition, you should focus on a narrower menu with unique items in order to stand out. If there's not much competition, you'll probably benefit more from offering a wider range of choices. The next thing to think about is where you will buy your ingredients. You will need to be able to find good, quality, fresh, and unique ingredients at an affordable enough price to turn a decent profit. Some ingredients can come from places like Costco that specialize in bulk and wholesale. Look into other wholesale food distributors in your area and see what they have on offer. Farmers markets are another great source of fresh, local ingredients. In some cases, for example, if you want to sell ostrich burgers or some other unusual product, buying directly from the farm might be the way to go. There's not much storage space on a food truck, so you will need careful planning to determine how much of each ingredient to buy. Renting storage space in a commissary may end up costing you more than buying in smaller quantities. Once you've got your menu and you know where you'll be getting your ingredients, it's time to open your test kitchen. Invite as many friends and family over as you can and cook them up a sample menu. Be sure to include people who will give you honest opinions. It's important to use the same ingredients that you plan to use when you open your business, because you're trying to get an authentic sense of what the end product will be like. You will figure out how big the portions need to be and how much each item will cost to make. See how your test subjects react to the prices you plan to charge. As a general rule, if you're serving an unusual fusion of cuisines or an unfamiliar ingredient, people should love it the first time they try it. Sure, coffee is both a lucrative product and an acquired taste, but plenty of people have already acquired it, and you're not solely responsible for creating the demand. Customers may be willing to try a weird-sounding food combination once, but they won't come back unless it's love at first bite. Serve everything up the same way you will when you're selling from your truck. If the plastic forks you've chosen don't work with the dish, you'll find out. You will also learn how to present your food so that it looks as delicious as it tastes. It's much easier to make food look good on real dishes than in takeout containers. Now that you've got a product to sell, it's time to tackle some of the nitty-gritty details. Mint pesto and lamb kebabs. Ingredients: pesto, a cup of packed mint fresh leaves, half a cup of packed cilantro fresh leaves, 3 tablespoons of pine nuts, 2 1/2 tablespoons of fresh and sliced Parmesan cheese, a tablespoon of fresh-made lemon juice, 2 peeled moderate garlic cloves, about a half a coarse tablespoon of kosher salt, about a half a cup of virgin olive cooking oil. Kebabs: a tablespoon of virgin olive cooking oil as well as more for brushing. 5 big minced garlic cloves, 3 coarse teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 1/4 teaspoons of coriander seeds powdered by use of a mortar and pestle, 3 pounds of boneless, trimmed leg meat of a lamb chopped into 1/4 inch cubes, 2 big orange bell peppers well sliced into squares, a big red bulb onion chopped to squares and cubes. Special equipment: 8 to 10 metallic skewers. Preparation: pesto. Make a mixture of the first ingredients in a blender to a rough puree. While the blender is running, progressively pour in 1/2 cup of the oil. Puree till the combination is smooth. Relocate the pesto into a bowl. Flavor using salt as well as pepper. Kebabs. Mix a tablespoon of oil, coriander, garlic, and coarse salt into a moderate bowl. Stir in the lamb, then toss over and coat. Place the lid over and wait for about 2 to 4 hours. Cook barbecue on moderate heat. Spread the lamb onto the skewers, flavor with peppers as well as onions. Put them on the baking leaf. Skirmish with the oil, sprinkling with the pepper, then cook to your desired softness. Remember to turn frequently, 5 to 7 minutes for side to side each. Assemble the kebabs onto your plates. Sprinkle every kebab slightly using pesto and then serve the rest of the pesto together. Ratatouille and poached egg. Ingredients: 2 tablespoons of olive cooking oil, 1 1/2 big bulb onion well sliced, a thinly sliced and deseeded orange bell pepper or red, 3 finely sliced garlic cloves, a tablespoon of sliced rosemary, a diced aborigine, 2 diced courgettes, a 400-gram can of sliced tomatoes, around 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 5 big eggs, and a handful of basil leaves. Method: preheat the olive oil on a big saucepan. Put the sliced onions, rosemary, garlic, and the pepper. Then continue to cook for 6 more minutes while stirring regularly till the onions have softened. Now stir in the courgettes and the aborigine, then goes on to cook for 4 more minutes. Put in the tomatoes and fill your pan with water. Leave it to boil while covered, then cook for 40 or so minutes, checking regularly every 20 minutes till the water is reduced to pulpy. Add in vinegar to the ratatouille and make space around for the 4 eggs. Crash each egg to every hole, then flavor it with black pepper. Place lid over and cook for 3 to 6 minutes till it is soft or decisively as you want. Sprinkle the basil, then serve with more or less crispy bread to wipe up the fluids. Chicken enchilada. This delicious meal includes chicken that is in a spicy sauce, a squeeze of lime, lettuce, and tortilla chips. Ingredients: a medium-sized onion chopped to half moon shape, tablespoon of olive cooking oil, 1 10-ounce can of enchilada sauce, a cup of canned grated tomatoes, 1 1/2 15-ounce can drained and cleaned concentrated sodium beans, a tablespoon of dry Mexican oregano, minced and canned chipotle chili, 2 tablespoons of packed brown pepper, 4 cups of sliced rotisserie chicken. Nachos: coarsely crushed 8 ounces of tortilla chips, 1 1/4 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, 3 cups of shredded lettuce, 3/4 cups of cilantro sprigs, hot sauce, as well as lime wedges. Preparation: make the sauce by frying onions in olive oil in a big saucepan over moderate heat till they've softened. This takes less than 7 minutes. Stir in the enchilada sauce, oregano, beans, tomatoes, sugar, chilies, and then cook as you stir occasionally till hot and marginally reduced. 5 minutes are enough. Add in the chicken, then cook till it is boiling. 5 minutes should be good. Bring together the nachos. Distribute chips into different bowls. Add the chicken combination, cilantro, cheese, and lettuce. Serve with hot sauce and lime wedges. Beef with bacon chili. Like many other chilies, this one can even be better made at home or at camp. Ingredients: 3 slices of thickly cut bacon finely chopped, 1 finely chopped big onion, 1 minced big clove of garlic, 1 1/2 pounds of lean ground beef, 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons powdered cumin, 1 1/2 teaspoons of sweetened and smoldered Spanish paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of salt, a can of about 14.5 ounces minced of roasted tomatoes, a can of about 9 ounces of tomato sauce, 1 medium-bodied beer cup, a teaspoon of Worcestershire, a 14.5-ounce can of drained pinto beans, cut up green onions, sour cream, coarsely sliced cheddar cheese to top. Preparation. In a big heavy-bottom saucepan, place on high heat. Cook the bacon while stirring till it starts to brown. This should take about 5 minutes. Put in the onions, reduce the heat to medium, place the lid over, cook as you stir occasionally till transparent for about 5 to 8 minutes. Uncover, then add in the garlic while you stir and cook for 2 more minutes. Raise the heat to high, then add the ground beef. Use a wooden spoon to break it and then stir moderately till it has lost its raw color. This will take around 6 minutes. Add in the spices and a teaspoon of salt, then cook for 1 more minute. Stir in the Worcestershire, tomatoes, beer, and the tomato sauce and leave to boil. Moderate the heat to medium and cover, then continue cooking for about 30 minutes more. Now put in the beans, then cook for about 10 minutes while it's uncovered. Add salt to taste. Serve while warm, making sure that toppings are arranged to the side of the plate. Italian Flair Hobo. A classic camping meal on a foil small bag which gets a stern upgrade in a fresh form. To start, prepare meatballs before leaving home. At the camp, you will require grilling gloves, heavy foil, long tongs, and of course a fire pit as well as a saucepan. Ingredients: almost 5 tablespoons of olive cooking oil, 1/4 cup of dried Italian-made breadcrumbs, 1/4 cup of milk, 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese grated, and more pieces of Parmesan for serving. About 4 tablespoons of sliced leaf parsley with full leaves to ingredients: almost 5 tablespoons of olive cooking oil, 1/4 cup dried Italian-made breadcrumbs, 1/4 cup milk, 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and more pieces of Parmesan to serve. About 4 tablespoons of sliced leaf parsley and full leaves to serve with. Sliced fresh basil, 4 tablespoons, also leaves to serve with. A teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of sliced Calabrian chilies or 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne, 1 or 2 pounds of minced turkey thigh meat, preferably, a pound of minced Italian sausage from chicken, but turkey can also do, medium red potatoes chopped to portions or halves, a big onion chopped to thin wedges, 4 to 5 small carrots cut diagonally, 5 teaspoons of cornstarch. Preparation. In the fire pit, make a fire of wood the same diameter as your cooking pan. Let the fire burn until the flames are low, or you can use charcoal. Chop up sheets of your heavy foil to about 18 inches. Now brush and center each with very little oil, then set on your working surface. In a big bowl, mix the breadcrumbs, chopped parsley, milk, basil, and grated Parmesan. Add in salt and pepper, as well as the sliced Calabrian chili. Put in the minced turkey as well as sausage. Stir till it is equally blended. Now shape into balls and transfer to dish or plates. Place the meatballs in the middle of every foil sheet. Divide the potatoes, the onions, and the carrots among each sheet. In a medium bowl, mix the remaining amount of oil, the cornstarch, 1/2 cup of water, and then salt and pepper. Divide over the already cooked ingredients on the foil sheets. Stir the broth for a few seconds. On every roll, bring 2 different sides of the foil at the same point, then fold to create a layer. Fold the layer once again, and fold flat into a packet. Fold the ends one more time in, then redo it again to cover securely. Set packs on the grill and then cook while turning over by use of the tongs 10 minutes apart, till the vegetables become tender while the meatballs are also cooked adequately. This should take 30 minutes. Check by using a knife to open. Protect your hands with the grilling gloves. Now open the packets or cut the foil off the ends with a pair of scissors, then put the food on plates. Slice the parsley as well as the basil leaves and place on top. Then serve with chilies and the sliced Parmesan.